Hi friends, welcome to another episode of Dr. HR. I hope all of you are really doing well and are keeping safe. Well, in today's episode, as you can make it out, I am on my vacation, but I still thought I'll give you a situation. And this is how it goes. You have a colleague in your team who is very close to you, and you have been feeling that your colleague respects you a lot, trusts you a lot, and will never put you down. Very recently, that colleague has put down paper and has left you. You, being the reporting manager, when you asked him about his next career move, your colleague did mention that he is joining organization X, and everything went fine. He moved out of your company, moved out of your team. After a couple of months' time, you realized that the colleague has not joined company X, rather joined company Y. And it's absolutely fine. I don't take it personal. Absolutely fine. But somewhere you felt little let down. Why? Because you felt he is the guy who would never put me down, or probably he will never hide anything from me. But why did he do that? Did he not trust me? Did he not truly respect me? Was that only my authority? Because I was the head of HR, head of marketing, he was showing his respect. And so far I've been thinking he truly trusts me, respects me. What really could have gone wrong? Yeah, I'm sure most of us come across similar situations in our career, in our life. And it's absolutely fine. You do not expect everybody to share about their career move. Having said that, if we introspect this, definitely it comes to your mind that what should I be doing more of just to build the trust equation? And what are the variables? I definitely don't want my people to respect me, to trust me, because this is linked to my position. However, definitely I need to make effort to find out what does it take to build this trust equation. To my mind, there are 4 variables. There is an equation, and the variables are: number 1, credibility. Credibility is all about, if I go to Anil, definitely he would be the right person who can help me out. Why? Because he knows his stuff. That is very important to build credibility in your concerned area. Number 2 is reliability. Reliability meaning consistently Anil has proved that he will live up to the expectation. So reliability is not one-off case. Anything that you do consistently, don't put people let down, then over a period of time we can build this reliability. Number 3 is about intimacy. Intimacy meaning how safe I feel with Anil, how safe I feel with XYZ. Safe in a sense, if I reveal my issues, my challenges, whether it will stay with that person, can I trust him, is what intimacy is all about. The 4th variable is often regarded as self-orientation. When I go and discuss my challenges, my concern with this person, whether he is interested in my cause or in his cause is very important. So fundamentally, this trust equation can be built, and the formula is credibility plus reliability plus personal intimacy divided by self-orientation is trust. Mind you, this is very, very expensive. Why? Because trust takes years to build. In just a fraction of a second, you can completely spoil this. Yeah? And as a professional, I strongly believe it's a shame if people only respect me, trust me for my position. Truly, when we introspect as professionals, then definitely people are going to trust us if you have a proven track record of helping people out, walking an extra mile beyond the call of duty to bring a change in their life. If that happens, that's how truly we can build the so-called trust factor. And hopefully, whenever there is a situation, we will not truly feel bad or sad about it, but rather we would make efforts to improve on that trust quotient. I hope this makes sense. Let me know what you feel about such situation, because the situation is quite common. It happens in our day-to-day work life. Please share your comments and let me know how you would have dealt with this situation. Thank you so much. Take care.